Today we will look at multiple cases of corrupt and tyrant cops. On September 14th, 2023, a Lyon County Sheriff's deputy responded to a suspicious bonfire near a Fernley, Nevada apartment building in a high-crime area. James Gresham, seen leaving on a bicycle, was approached but not recognized by residents. The deputy's body camera captured the encounter.
What's up, my man? Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah, no, put the bike down. Put the bike down.
Why? It's my bike.
Because I told you to put the bike down.
Why are you stopping me right now?
Because you're riding your bike with no light on.
I'm riding it.
Put the bike down.
Light right here.
Dude, put the bike
right
down.
Here. I said, no, fuck
Put
that.
the bike down, James.
Supervisor.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
No, call your
Turn
supervisor.
around. Put your hands behind your back. I'm gonna you, dude.
What have I
Get
done
on the
wrong?
ground, James.
What have I done wrong?
562 King. Get on the
What have I
ground.
done wrong? I've not done nothing wrong.
Get on the ground, James.
I've done nothing wrong. Am I being detained?
Get on the ground, James.
Detained.
Let
Am
me
I
add
being
a
detained?
subject stop.
Am I being
425
detained?
Willow, white male.
Help!
Get on the ground, James. You are being detained, you idiot. Get on the ground.
I'm on the ground.
I'm gonna tase you, dude. Get on the
Hey,
ground.
I got a light.
Put the flashlight down.
Am I being detained?
Yes.
For what?
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Put your hands behind your
What am I
back.
being detained for?
For not listening.
Why am I
Drop
being
that
detained?
flashlight.
That's not an
Drop
articulable-
that
That's
flashlight.
not an articulable reason for suspicion that I committed a crime.
Yeah, it is. You
It
took
is
off.
not.
Yes, it
It
is.
is not.
Yeah, it is,
No, it
James.
is not.
You
Call
still
your
out.
supervisor.
You still
Call your supervisor.
relax.
No, I'm not relaxing. Call your supervisor. This harassment's gonna stop.
Shut up.
Call your supervisor. I want you to call your supervisor.
I am the supervisor. Dick. Shut
First
up.
Amendment audit.
Yeah, try the Fifth
First
Amendment.
Amendment.
And shut
First
up.
Amendment audit. You have no reason to stop me right now.
Yeah.
None.
You're riding your bike with no lights on.
Right there in my hand.
It's got to be on the
It's on
bike.
the bike.
Dick.
It was on the bike. I just took it off.
No, I just watched you right away
You didn't
when I
write-
rolled up.
You didn't tell me to stop. There was no stop. I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, and I told you to stop right
I did
here.
nothing wrong. You have no crime I committed.
562 King.
None.
One detained. 29 on last
Call your
aggression. First and
supervisor.
James.
Call your supervisor. I want to see your supervisor right now.
Shut up.
I
Yeah.
want your supervisor.
What'd you ditch over here?
I want your supervisor. I'd like your supervisor, sir.
Okay. Well, I think he's down at the jail.
I'd like your supervisor, sir. I need to speak to your supervisor now. This ain't happening.
Yeah.
I want
You still on court conditions, James?
no, I'm not.
No?
I don't have any court conditions. None.
Huh?
None. Zero. I've not committed a crime. You have no reason to stop me.
Yeah, I
This
did.
is
When I
harassment.
told you to stop.
I'd like to stop your.
Yeah.
I stopped when you told
Yeah,
me.
if you with me.
I'm gonna argue.
And
with
I had to
you.
pull my taser
You
out.
have no reason to stop me.
Yes, I do.
None. What?
Yeah.
I've not committed a crime. No misdemeanor. No felony.
Yeah, James. It's called riding a bike without a
I
headlamp.
got a headlight right there.
It's not on the bike,
I was
James.
visiting a friend. Hey, I'm not on a bike. I'm in a parking lot, private property. What are you doing here?
You got any dope on you, James?
No, I don't. Now what? I want your supervisor.
Stand up.
I want your
Stand
supervisor.
up.
I'm gonna stand up. Where's your supervisor?
Face
at?
away. Put your feet apart. You got any weapons on you?
Nope. Well, I don't know. Maybe something. I don't know. I doubt it though. No
Maybe
needles.
some what?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I got a lot of shit in my pockets. I've been working on cars all day.
You got a
Check
knife
it out.
on you?
Yeah. I know this. I'm being detained for no reason. I want to talk to your supervisor. I want to see your supervisor.
What supervisor, James? You
I
think
want
we're
your
at your fucking
supervisor.
call? You
I-
did?
Yes.
No.
First Amendment
No.
audit right now.
Go.
Yeah. First Amendment audit. You have no reason to stop me right now. You're in
Yeah.
violation of my First Amendment rights, and my Fifth, and my Fourth, and my Ninth.
Put your feet apart, James.
Yeah, sure.
Face the car.
Face the car. I want to see your supervisor. Taking a reasonable suspicion.
I just told you,
No.
dumbass.
Private property. I'm right here in my house. I live right there. At my house. At my house.
562.
Good.
562. Last aggression, first James, with the date of birth is 5.69. Issuing 1074 suspended.
Yeah.
10-4. What's your date of birth, James?
520. I don't have to answer your question.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Under arrest.
You are the subject of investigation, yeah.
For what?
For resisting right now.
What's my crime?
For resisting.
What's my crime?
Yes, resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Yeah.
What's my crime?
Yeah.
Stop me for.
I told you already.
Resisting.
I already told.
Stop me. I don't have to answer your questions.
Yeah,
I
you do.
don't have to.
Okay. You're going to jail.
I don't have to.
Yep, you're going to fucking jail,
For
dude.
what?
What's that for arguing?
What?
I'm asking you some basic information.
My name's James Gresham. You know my name.
I asked you what your date of birth was.
I don't have to answer your questions. Then.
Yes, you do.
Well, I guess I do, huh?
Yes.
Because I'm being detained,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
52069.
The deputy told Mr. Gresham he'd be arrested for resisting arrest, which means deliberately obstructing a law enforcement officer from performing their duties. This includes actions like physically resisting, delaying, or obstructing an officer while they're doing their job. It's considered a misdemeanor offense. Courts have clarified that this law applies only to physical actions or words that are meant to hinder or obstruct an officer, not just any disagreement or refusal to comply. For example, if someone physically blocks an officer's path or refuses to follow a lawful order, that could be seen as obstructing an officer. In cases where officers detain someone without a valid reason, reasonable suspicion, courts have ruled that the person can't be charged with resisting arrest because the officer wasn't lawfully carrying out their duty. So, if Mr. Gresham can show that the deputy didn't have a valid reason to detain him, he could argue against the resisting arrest charge.
Yeah, fuck it. You're going, dude. I did about tase you. Is that your house?
It is.
Do you think that maybe if you just answer a couple quick questions, but when you're rolling up here and then coming back,
You told me
Like-
to come back, so I came back.
yeah, and then I'm fucking telling you to drop the bike, you're not dropping the bike,
my
and then you
bike.
fucking push it,
I
you're
told you
trying
my
to
bike, and
tense
I had
up
my
on
bike
me.
in my hand. I didn't do nothing on you.
Yes, you did.
That's why you were stopping me.
Yes,
I
you
saw you
did.
pull up here. That's why I turned around and come back.
All right,
I knew you were gonna come. How about that?
yeah, because when I roll up for this fucking
It had
bonfire,
nothing to do with me.
you were there.
I was just talking to them, asking
Yeah.
them what's up with the bonfire.
Oh,
And they were
okay.
barbecuing.
Imagine that.
Did you stop and ask
What's-
about the fire?
I didn't. You took off. Look, where's
I
this
didn't
guy
have-
going?
I didn't have to stop for you. Just because you pull up don't mean I stop my life. I have
It
you have
does
no
when there's
reason
a
to stop
crime
me.
being committed.
No, I didn't commit a crime. I committed no crime. What was my articulate reason for suspicion?
I already told
to
you.
come here to stop me.
I already told
There
you.
is no crime. I'd like to talk to the supervisor, sir.
We don't have.
Right now.
That's fantastic. Dude.
Yeah, you can
You
want,
can want that.
want
I want
one
a
hand
supervisor
shit in the
right
other.
My First Amendment clause right now.
That's right. They have it on body camera.
First Amendment
Yep.
order. He has no articulable, reasonable suspicion
freedom
to
of
stop me.
speech,
No, it's
dude.
not. It's the right to stop me unreasonable.
The First Amendment.
Articulable, reasonable suspicion.
All right.
ARS.
Yeah, sit tight, dude.
Sit tight. Shut up.
ARS.
ROS, dudes. Sit tight.
So they fucking we're sitting over there across the fucking at the sub, dude, and there's like fucking huge flames coming out.
Yeah.
Thought the building was on fire.
Oh shit.
Roll up, and then I'm like trying to ascertain what's going on. He fucking rides off on the bike, and then, but it ends up being inside a barbecue, which I don't even know if that's fucking legal.
Depends on how it is, yeah. It's a short right next to the house.
Yeah.
Coming up that much.
So I fucking ride up. He's pushing his bike up here, and then it just went fucking downhill from here.
As it usually does.
Yeah.
I heard the yelling. I was like, I wonder who he's got.
Yeah. Now I'm debating whether to take him, dude, just for obstructing.
Yeah.
It's not really. 'Cause he's riding his bike without a light.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, well, is this private property? Like,
Was it through here? He did?
yeah. He came from fucking this side and went through here.
It's probably Tracy Grant's bike, not his. Also, she's been bitching about it.
Bitching about what?
Him taking the bike.
The deputies were discussing whether Mr. Gresham broke the law by riding his bicycle without a light on private property at night. The law says that bicycles used after dark need a white front light visible from at least 500 feet away. However, this law applies mainly to public roads and designated bike paths, not private areas like parking lots. So it's likely that a court would say the deputy didn't have a valid reason to stop Mr. Gresham for this.
Really?
That's hers. She called us like couple weeks, or maybe a few weeks ago now for it. Says that it always comes by, grabs it because it just sits outside there. He'll ride it and then bring it back and take it without asking and all that.
Yeah, is that your bike, James? Okay.
Is it like a mountain bike?
Yeah,
That's the one that she was complaining about.
the white one.
I don't know if it's white. I just know it's a mountain bike. I've seen one on BMX, but she was complaining about one that looked like a mountain bike.
Which apartment are you in? What? 18? So now I'm debating. Now I'm like, well, should I just take him for fucking obstructing?
So what?
Because he's back behind this thing. I roll up. I'm like, hey, what are you doing, dude? Come here.
Yeah.
Thinking that he was trying to hide back here.
Right.
Now it sounds like he lives here, but as soon as he does, it's like, put the bike down. And he starts fucking yelling, coming at me, and he's like tensing up, dude. So I'm like, I'll fucking tase you, dude. Get my taser out. And then he's like, not getting on the ground, not getting on the ground. And he's just fucking bitching.
We heard you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to verify with 18 if he does see them?
Sure, yeah.
You said you live in apartment 18, James? Who stays with you? Who?
No, home. Not here.
You got a key to it?
The car's here. I don't have any keys at all.
Is the door unlocked? How are you going to get in?
I didn't know she wasn't home until I got here. Actually, I came here and I went over to Jeff's house, over to Mama T's house because she wasn't here. Then when you pulled up, I decided to come back home. I don't have to answer these questions, but I will. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't want no trouble, so I left. The fire wasn't mine.
All right. Well, when I'm rolling up and you're leaving, like,
Doesn't mean nothing.
sure it
I wasn't
does.
asked to stop.
What's that?
I wasn't asked to stop.
Because you fucking took off.
I wasn't asked to stop.
Yeah,
I did
that's why I
nothing
came
wrong.
over here and told you to
There's
stop.
no reason to stop me.
That's why I came over here and
There's
told you to stop.
no reason to stop me. What's your reason for stopping me?
Code 4.
What's your reason for coming over here? I'm on private property, man.
Yeah, well.
Why did you
Unfortunately.
come here?
What's that?
What is your articulable, reasonable suspicion for
Just told
stopping
you,
me on private
James.
property, man?
Because
What? What's because?
flight from the cops.
A flight from who? Wasn't stopped.
I know, because you didn't give me a chance.
What were
So I
you going
went
to stop me for?
see what's going on with this
That
fire.
has nothing to do with me.
Okay. How do I know that
Investigate
if you're leaving?
it. It's not my fire. It's not my house. I don't live there.
How do I know that when you take
the
off?
people live there barbecuing, right? You would have found out.
Okay. Because they
You
said
didn't care
they
about them, man.
they
You
didn't
know
say
what's up.
they said they didn't know who you were.
That's what I'm telling you. They didn't know who you were. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
The deputy argued that he had a legitimate basis to stop Mr. Gresham, citing what he termed as flight. In the legal case Illinois v. Wardlow, the Supreme Court established that when someone flees from law enforcement, particularly in areas known for criminal activity, it can raise suspicions of potential criminal involvement. However, it's important to note that not every quick departure constitutes flight. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, as seen in U.S. v. Smith, clarified that ordinary exits or going about one's business don't justify police intervention. The distinction lies in whether Mr. Gresham's departure from the fire scene was a hurried exit indicative of flight or simply a regular departure. If it's deemed as flight, then the deputy likely had reasonable grounds to detain him for further investigation.
I didn't know who you were.
Oh yeah, I better walk over right now, and you want to tell me Jeff and Timmy can tell you that I don't know who they are and they
Well,
don't know who I am.
now
and Mama T
that I know
lives
who you are.
there. Huh?
Now that I know who you are. But I didn't know who you were.
What I'm saying is this: what was your reason for stopping me? What was your reason for coming here?
That.
What? That's
Because you're
private
trying to get away
property.
from me.
No, I didn't run from
Yeah.
nobody. I went home.
And now
I don't need to see no
and
cops.
maybe it would be more plausible if you did live there, but now we can't even verify that you live there.
Well, why don't we call Sharon then, Val?
Okay.
Why don't we call Sharon, that person who lives there?
Does Sharon live there?
Yeah, she sure does.
So how are you
Phone number?
gonna get in there?
What do you mean?
How are you gonna
I
get in the
came
house?
home. Usually she's home at night. I don't have to answer these questions. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
All right, don't answer the questions then.
Listen,
I
hey,
don't
listen,
care.
Carl. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm on private property. You're harassing me. You're
I'm not
illegally
harassing you.
detaining me right now. I'd like to see a supervisor, sir.
That doesn't change how we go about this.
I've
Yeah.
had to study for my law for this bullshit that I've been going through. Okay.
Okay,
So I'm a
yeah.
little bit more versed than I used to.
And how's that working out for you?
Well, you know,
like,
it's been 3 years of my due process being violated. I've been convicted of nothing since I've been here.
it's still going on.
Can you believe that?
Because
Yeah.
you get pissed off.
Mhm.
You get pissed off, so you keep getting drawn out.
I
Yeah.
get pissed. What's that got to do with it?
You can't get
I'm
an
being
attorney-
charged for
you can't
nothing.
get an attorney
You know what my charges
to
are,
work
sir?
with you.
For 3 years, you know what my charges are? I had my sister's debit cards.
So I think she does live there.
Yeah.
Because that's when Ronnie, when I came here, Gabrielson,
Uh-huh.
he OD'd, she was the one living here.
Oh.
There's only a deadbolt, and I don't know if that's locked or not. I didn't like push on the door or anything, because the normal doorknob's missing.
Mhm.
Where was he at when was he hiding? Was he in the grass or the paved portion?
He's on the paved portion, like right by that yellow tarp thing. Looked like he's walking up there. So I was like, hey, where are you going?
But how's he gonna get in there? Like, if he doesn't want to answer that question, like,
Yeah.
if he knows she's not home, how would he go there?
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
And
makes
unless
sense.
he's like in a forced entry, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna check the door. So it's
Yeah.
pushing that. But yeah, it's hard to tell on that one.
Yeah.
It's hard to
At
tell.
first, I was like, yeah, you riding bike with no light.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, dude. You
But I don't know
can't cut
about
through
if he's right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering if just leaving when I roll up for like a illegal fire.
Well, it's unsolicited flight,
Yeah.
and then I mean that's your RAS to stop him to begin
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's unsolicited. It's not like you had your lights on and you did that. He just did it on his own, which is
Took off on his
it's
own.
case law now. So
Yeah. Isn't mere flight not enough?
maybe like that one more thing.
But I'd say it's mere flight. Plus, I knew Tammy Tolbert and Jeff Abbott to be, drug users.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Quit interrupting, James. All right.
So yeah, I mean
'Cause I'm inclined to take him with him bitching about all this fucking,
yeah,
this,
because there's that, and then yeah, if you're talking about with that whole thing, you're kind of you're
Yeah.
talking about combined. I guess you're plus one or whatever that you're thinking about. They decided to come after you. There's 3 on it. I told him no. Guess they changed their mind.
oh.
He was gonna go all the way down there.
Oh.
Lopez told him no. So
We just had a staff meeting on it.
huh?
We just had a staff meeting on it.
I know. I don't think that word got translated.
Has it made it down there yet?
Yeah. But that's where
Yeah, 'cause I mean, that is a fucking high, I don't know, I definitely consider 475
No,
a
right.
fucking crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's we've had Tom Carroll hiding out there, wanted guy,
Yeah. I mean,
a bunch of other people too. Abbott's always there. He's always there.
yeah. All right, James, you want a supervisor? There's one down at the jail. You're going to jail, dude.
For what?
Resisting.
Okay, I'm not.
Don't, what are you doing,
I
dude?
thought you-
Face the car.
okay,
I'm
fine.
putting your feet apart.
Go ahead. You miss me. I just went to jail. Go ahead, take me to jail, buddy. Watch out. Don't leave my stuff. Go ahead. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Space Forward
I'm gonna
Yeah.
shoot that.
All right.
Yeah, fine with you. I didn't do nothing wrong.
The deputies discussed justifying Mr. Gresham's initial detention. The arresting officer mentioned taking him to jail because of Mr. Gresham's objections. However, the Supreme Court has ruled that an officer's personal intentions don't matter under the Fourth Amendment. What's important is the objective reasonableness of the officer's actions. For instance, in Wren v. United States, 1996, the court said police can stop a vehicle with probable cause for a traffic violation, even if the stop is a pretext for another search. Similarly, in Neves v. Bartlett, 2019, probable cause usually defeats claims of retaliatory arrest under the First Amendment. So, Mr. Gresham might struggle to prove a retaliatory arrest claim if the deputy had probable cause to arrest him, despite the officer's mention of Mr. Gresham's objections.
You don't listen.
I do listen. I came right to you when you pulled up. You're the one who was running at me, not me at you, bud.
Yeah, because you're trying to get away,
I wasn't
dude.
trying to get away. What are you talking? You're so full of shit. It's on your body cam.
It is.
Let me do a race it.
Race it.
All right. Oh shit. Oh no. Almost.
What do you got there? Rocks?
Yeah.
Wow.
You drop that down there with this. There you go.
Is this your jewelry?
Sure is. Mm-hmm. You remember it?
What?
This whole box was on the sheet of my car, remember?
No, I don't.
Oh.
After Mr. Gresham's arrest for resisting a public officer, the status of the charge isn't publicly known. Footage of the arrest circulated on YouTube, leading to public criticism. Lyon County Sheriff Brad Pope defended the deputy's actions, citing Mr. Gresham's history of resistance and involvement in crimes in Fernley. Sheriff Pope took full responsibility and stated the deputy acted according to the office's mission. It's uncertain if Mr. Gresham plans legal action or has filed a complaint. On February 28, 2024, Mr. Tiger, a First Amendment auditor, was filming while walking on a public sidewalk in Portland, Oregon. When he reached the Portland Bureau of Police building, he started filming inside police cruisers parked in front of it from the sidewalk and street. This caught the attention of Sergeant Edwards, and their interaction was recorded by Mr. Tiger as he continued to film after Sergeant Edwards approached him.
Who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
I don't know. What are you doing?
You don't know who?
Are you taking close-up pictures of the inside of the car? You can't do that, okay?
Says who?
It says me.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Well then,
Okay, you
Get
can't
lost.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of these cars.
watch me.
You cannot be taking pictures of the inside of the cars.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
You come over here all big tough guy?
Hey, you can't be taking pictures inside.
Says who?
It says me. It's a police car, okay?
And you, who are you?
I'm a sergeant, okay? I'm a supervisor,
Yeah?
okay? Yes.
And?
And you can't be here.
And
doing
you
that.
can get lost.
It doesn't work that way, my friend.
How does that work?
Hey.
What? You gonna get in my face like this?
Go find something else.
You think you're gonna intimidate me?
Who's intimidating you, man?
Then what's the problem?
I don't know. I'm wondering what the problem is with you.
You come over here all tough guy.
I'm wondering what the problem is with you. Cause
There was no problem. What am I doing?
You can't be taking pictures inside.
Says who?
Says me.
What law?
I don't know.
Exactly. So get lost, tough guy.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, how's it gonna work? Why don't you call your bobbies over here? Why don't you call your lieutenant,
No.
other sergeants?
You show me out in front of the precinct with
Yeah?
taking some pictures of inside of the police car.
Dumb guy.
I'll take it.
What a dumb guy. Taking pictures of the
Yeah.
inside of the vehicles that are public property. I'm on a public sidewalk taking pictures of everything that is open, visible from my eyes, okay? Which is First Amendment protected activity, and
Oh,
the tough
oh, it
guy
is?
shows up here
Take-
and tells me I can't take pictures.
Taking pictures of the inside of the car is
Oh,
is that
you too? You want to get on my case too about taking pictures?
I'll be out at
Watson?
Central
Dude.
Precinct.
And you?
Dude.
Words? Edwards?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Mr. Tiger's argument hinges on the protection afforded by the First Amendment, which guarantees the right to free speech and expression. In this context, filming from public locations like streets and sidewalks falls under the umbrella of free speech, particularly when the content of the filming pertains to matters of public interest, such as law enforcement activities. Courts have recognized that public spaces are inherently open to observation by anyone present. This principle stems from the idea that individuals do not have a reasonable expectation of privacy in areas accessible to the general public. Therefore, when Mr. Tiger films police vehicles or officers from public vantage points, he is exercising his right to gather and disseminate information about public activities, which is often considered a fundamental aspect of free speech. In legal terms, courts have acknowledged that filming in public areas is a form of expression protected by the First Amendment. They have also applied strict scrutiny to any attempts by government entities to restrict such activities. This means that any restrictions imposed on filming in public spaces must serve a compelling government interest and be narrowly tailored to achieve that interest without unnecessarily infringing on free speech rights. For instance, while protecting sensitive information or maintaining public safety may be valid concerns for law enforcement, prohibiting all filming from public vantage points would likely be deemed overly broad and unconstitutional. A more reasonable approach would be for police departments to take measures to ensure that sensitive information, such as license plate numbers or confidential conversations, is not inadvertently captured in publicly accessible areas. By understanding and applying these legal principles, Mr. Tiger can make a strong case that his filming activities from public locations are constitutionally protected and serve the public interest in transparency and accountability.
Okay. What are you doing taking pictures then?
What am I doing taking pictures? What's the problem
You can't
taking
take pictures
pictures?
of the inside of the vehicles from the computer.
What law is that? What am I breaking?
I don't know. That's called private property. You can't.
That's private property? Come here.
You can't.
Come here, Sergeant.
You can't take a picture.
Come
of
here,
the inside of the
Sergeant.
vehicle.
Come here.
No, I don't need to come here. I'm good.
What it says over here.
Take a picture of the outside if you like.
What does it say?
I don't know.
What does it say?
You tell me.
You don't know how to read? Any of you guys know how to read?
What's your goal, sir? What do you need today?
I was minding my own business. This guy comes over here, gets in my face, and it gives me unlawful directives.
So, hey, sir, can you understand why we may be...
I don't need to understand anything.
Well, I'm going to explain why he was concerned.
Why?
So we could be concerned that somebody is targeting our police vehicles or is looking inside there to see confidential information on the screen or in other things.
Okay.
So this is a reasonable.
Whose
to ask-
responsibility
it is
to protect
reasonable-
confidential
it is-
information?
It is reasonable.
Whose responsibility?
It's ours. It's reasonable
Great.
to ask.
Is it your responsibility to protect confidential information?
Sir.
Exactly. Exactly. So next time when a law-abiding citizen inspects his own property
It's your property.
and you're my servant, that's my property.
That's your property.
Everything that's on you, my property, except your personal effects.
Okay.
This building, my property. This vehicle, my property. You all, you, every one of you work for me. I tell you what to do. I tell you how to do it. I pay your wages.
Is that right?
The officer's concerns about Mr. Tiger's filming inside police vehicles and potential access to confidential information could suggest a suspicion of future criminal behavior. However, according to legal standards, officers must have a genuine and objectively reasonable suspicion of specific criminal activity to justify detaining someone. If they detained Mr. Tiger based solely on his filming activities, he could argue that the seizure was unreasonable, particularly under Oregon's constitutional requirements. This highlights the importance of balancing law enforcement concerns with constitutional rights when evaluating such situations.
That's right.
How's
And
that
you
work-
answer to
how's
me.
that working for
So
you?
when you get on my case, being a law-abiding citizen, quiet. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Quiet. When I'm a law-abiding citizen and you get in my face and you start threatening me
Nobody
and you call your bubbies out here,
Nobody threatened.
assuming that I'm a criminal because you intend to do something against me, guess what?
What are you going to do?
You're going to get a piece of my action.
What are you gonna do?
My freedom of speech.
Now you're committing
All of
a
us
crime.
have a
Now
lot of
you're
things
committing
we need to
Get
do.
back to your
There are
job. I didn't call you.
everywhere.
I didn't call you.
We're here until
Who called you?
You are not here. So
Who
what's
called
going
you?
on? What do you want?
Who called you?
Your
Who called you?
situation, your scene, your level of engagement
Yeah?
is going to make the police be here. And I do think that's your goal. I
No.
literally think what you are doing is trying to create a scene to get police attention, to
Ask her.
record it on
Ask
a
her.
camera,
I was walking
to
down. I
record it
was
on a
walking
camera,
on a sidewalk.
and have this
I
interaction
was walking
be
on a
useful
sidewalk
to you
very
online,
quietly.
on a YouTube channel.
Whatever you think.
So whatever your
I
goals
don't care
are,
what you think.
I want you to know very clearly, sir.
That's right.
You are taking up valuable resources that could be helping the city.
Did I call you?
Because we are focused
Great.
on you.
Here's how you can end this.
So I think that's important.
This is how you can end this.
What do you need?
Go back to your job and mind your own damn business.
You need to not point your camera inside of police vehicles and record information off of our computers.
According to whom?
While Mr. Tiger's claim about controlling police property and officers might seem extreme, let's clear things up. Owning government property, like police cars, doesn't grant citizens access or control. The government sets the rules for using its property. In the U.S., citizens elect representatives who make decisions about laws and police operations. Taxpayers influence government through voting and legal processes, but the city government controls the police. Even in a direct democracy, citizens wouldn't have direct control over police based just on their tax dollars or citizenship. Laws, policies, and a chain of command within the government govern police actions.
Don't do it.
According to whom?
That's it.
According to whom?
Sir.
What law is that?
Okay.
What law is that? Give me an ORS code that tells me that I am not lawfully allowed to look at anything that my eyes can see on a public sidewalk.
Okay.
What law is that?
We are going to leave, and we understand that you are not going to point inside of cameras
unless
and
I'm
record
breaking
things
the
off
law.
computers.
You can take your orders.
You stay
and
on
go to
public
hell with
property.
them.
You stay out of a roadway. You understand? You stay out of the roadway.
I'm protesting at this point, so I will stand wherever the hell I want.
Have a good day, sir.
Get lost. That's how you should have reacted in the first place. You come out here and you harass me, a law-abiding citizen, that's the reaction you're gonna get. Servants, get lost. Sick and tired of police officers harassing law-abiding citizens every day.
After police left, Mr. Tiger kept filming the area, including unlocked police cars without being stopped again. He posted the video, criticizing police for not understanding filming rights and pointing out they leave things in plain sight. There's no mention of a complaint or lawsuit. On March 28, 2024, a man named Shane was walking with his wife outside a store in Georgia when he pointed to a passing policeman he had known in the past and said something. The policeman stopped and replied, "That's funny coming from a child." Prior to the incident in 2016, Mr. Shane was imprisoned for 2 years on charges of molestation and a number of other serious charges. But after 2 years, a jury found him not guilty and released him after evidence emerged. But even though he was innocent in the eyes of the law, some police officers in his city still considered him a criminal. The encounter was captured on police officer Ogg's body camera.
What'd you call me?
Like I said, I don't talk. Thank you.
You realize I was acquitted of all charges?
I'm gonna have your CTW. Don't do it. I'm gonna have your CTW.
I'm going there. One, it's illegal for you to go in there and solicit a trespass. I don't give a fuck.
No, it's not.
One, I was acquitted of all charges, dip. I was acquitted of all charges, dip.
Everybody on your page, Zach?
Everybody already fucking knows. I've talked about it. You want to be the next famous one? You want to be the next famous one? You want to be the next famous one?
You want to tell everybody on your page, Zach? Go ahead. No, they don't. No, they don't. And you're a white supremacist? Nah. I don't talk to you, man. Hey. You guys cool with CTW-ing this guy off your property? This guy right here in the red shirt? Oh, now he's walking away.
Yeah, that's fine.
He come over here, he was making a scene while I was sitting in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Now he's standing on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dr. 44.
What was he doing?
No, he come over. I told him, I said, don't say nothing to me. I said, you make a scene. He's got the video camera out saying also, he's
Yeah.
he got charged with.
Yeah.
So he sat in jail.
Radio,
Yeah.
He's the one who got off the fire.
Yeah, Emerson.
Yeah.
So I told him, now he's standing on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell if he comes back on the property, let me know. I know y'all fixing to leave, but and I'll see TW.
A police officer cannot ask a shop or house owner to declare someone trespassing just because he feels like it. In this particular case, given that Mr. Shane did not pose any harm to the shop, police officer Ogg acted purely on emotion and was unprofessional.
Okay. All right, cool. Yes, sir.
10-4 is Damon Golf. 10-4 is Damon Golf
Always.
Parkway, face the
Always.
road. Damon Golf Parkway, face the road.
You've been warned. You step foot on this property again, they're gonna CTW you. You make a scene. Do not make a scene right now. I'm telling you right now. You're on the sidewalk. Don't play with me. It's called an easement. I'm not an idiot. I know what an easement is. I know how the law works, dude. Yeah. Yeah. You can tell. It's okay. You can tell him. That's okay. You can tell him to slow down. You can tell him to slow down. It's okay. That's your freedom. No. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you curse and there's a juvenile out here, I'm taking you to jail. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's disorderly conduct. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 100%. 100%. 100%. We're all adults out here, unfortunately. Nah, no, I'm not the moron, dude. No, I'm not. No. No, I've been doing it long enough. I'm not worried about you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Leave me alone. That's nice. Yeah, okay.
7.5 ready on 23 feet.
So can I. I'll be here till 6. It's not slander. Try again. No. 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 No.
Hello?
Hey, bro. Go ahead and make your way on over here just in case this guy does something stupid. He's out here making a scene.
Okay. I mean, what's he doing?
He's just standing out on the sidewalk acting a fool.
Who's he talking to?
He's yelling at me.
Oh. I mean, just... Alright, I'll come out, man.
Because for whatever reason, he doesn't think he's...
Get out of here.
Okay.
Car.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about him. He got Emerson fired because Emerson gave him a ticket for something that he didn't do. So I'm not worried about him. But, all right, man. I'll see you later.
Hey, if you need me though, I'm just taking them to them, and then I'll come over there to you.
Nah, bro, you're totally fine. You're totally fine.
Because I mean, if he's disorderly.
I already
Disorderly conduct is.
I already told him.
Disturbing the peace.
I already told him. I said he could stand out there and yell and scream all he wants, but once there's juveniles involved, I said I'll take him to jail for disorderly. And for whatever reason, he seems to think whatever he seems to think that he can stand out here and curse and scream and yell and not go to jail for disorderly. So I don't know where he's getting these ideas from. You know, he's obviously not reading the fine print of the law, so it's okay.
In Georgia, the disorderly conduct law has been misused by some police officers as a catch-all to charge individuals for pissing off the police, even when there's no actual violation. The law specifies that disorderly conduct involves acts or words that place others in fear for their safety, endanger property, or incite immediate violence. Merely swearing at an officer without provocation or using abusive language, especially if based on false accusations like calling someone a child molester after they've been acquitted, doesn't fit the legal definition of disorderly conduct. The law also specifies that the provocative actions cannot be the basis for the charge. Therefore, officers cannot provoke someone into a reaction and then arrest them under disorderly conduct for that reaction.
Yeah. No, I mean, if he keeps on cursing out there, we'll take him to jail.
I mean, you come out here, you'll hear him. I mean, it's every 2 or 3 words he's cursing. So, I mean, I don't care about that because he's sitting here trying to get a rise out of us. So,
yeah,
I just keep telling him I'm not talking to you. I don't talk to child molesters. I don't talk to white supremacists. I don't. You know.
Yeah.
So, I'm not doing.
All right. Well, I'll be out there in just a second.
All right, man. You're fine. Take your time.
10-4.
You're fine, man. Take your time.
If he starts acting anyway, just like any more aggressive, just give me a call.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right, bro. Bye. That's fine.
725. 724, go ahead with your traffic.
Show me 23 at 1050. Damon Gauls, Pedro.
10-4.
725 right there, go ahead.
We've got a pending call for 2495 Old Pendergrass Road. 2495 Old Pendergrass Road. It's the Jefferson Record Department. It's a dispute. There's a father that is there causing problems. His pet's in front of the children. The mother asks for police. He has not been around the child in over a year. The male is arguing with the mother and the grandfather. The caller can smell alcohol on the subject.
746 right around that.
No. No.
25 right here, I'm clear. I'll be around.
Yeah. Hey, sir. Hey, I'm really sorry to bother you at home, but and I only wanted to involve you because I know Gonzo's a little busy right now, and I really trust your input and your thoughts on this. All right. What in the world? When in the world do I consider this guy, Mr. Ponytail Express, who's the child molester? When do I consider this disorderly conduct with him standing out on the sidewalk, cursing and screaming at me over here at ABC Pond? When do I, you know what I mean? Because I mean, he was originally out here cursing at me. I told him, I said, I am not talking to you. I said, I am not talking to a child molester. I'm not doing it. I don't want any part of it. Stay away from me. Go away. And he will not. I mean, I don't care about him standing out on the sidewalk. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. He can videotape me. I'm just running speed. It doesn't matter to me. But where do I draw the line?
Were you involved in a traffic stop, or you were just...
No, he was out on the corner, and he saw me drive up, and he screamed, "What's up, fuck stick?" And I'm like, I said, "Leave me alone." I said, "I'm not talking to you. I don't talk to child molesters." So
what you need to do is, if you're sitting there and he walks up, drive away.
Yeah, I know. I'm just you know, that crossed my mind. I just, at the same time, I shouldn't have to worry about where I'm sitting. You know, and again, I don't mind somebody out on the curb. He can stand there. It doesn't bother me. He can videotape me. He can wave at me. He can tell people to slow down. That doesn't bother me. It's the cursing. Where do I draw the line at the yelling and cursing? You know, and I don't want to make a scene, make a stink, because we're already involved enough with some shit. I'm not, you know, I don't want to make things worse whatsoever. So that's why I called you. I just wanted you to know that he's walking away now because he got bored. So.
Yeah. Man, that's the easiest way to deal with him right there.
I mean, for whatever reason, he just yelled at me and said he's going to make a complaint. I don't know how he's going to make a complaint. I didn't do anything. I turned my body cam off for this whole thing, so y'all are going to see everything I said. So, but yeah, I told him, I warned him. I said, look, I said the people here at ABC Pond, I said they're not going to put up with it. If you come on this property, I said, and you're cursing and yelling and screaming, I said they're going to CTW from the property. I said they're not going to play that game. And so I went in there, and he went out to the sidewalk, and I was like, look, I know how the law works, man. I was like, you're out on the sidewalk yelling, cussing, screaming, like, I want you to watch the video for me. I mean,
I will.
Yeah, okay. I appreciate it. I'm not.
And now I'm talking to the chief about it too.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't be allowed to just do whatever he wants because we're scared of his video camera.
Right.
You know?
And again, I'm not scared whatsoever. I just want to make sure that whatever, if I were to take any action, that it's 110% going to be at the letter of the law. I do not want to go above or beyond anything. That's why I told him, I said, leave me alone. I said, I do not want to talk to you, because there's things that he's done and things that he is that I don't want no part of, whether or not I'm a cop. Like, he's got white supremacist tattoos, you know, all those charges he got. I got kids in my life. I don't need that. I got nieces. No. Go get the fuck away from me. I don't want no part of it. So, But he left. He left. I just wanted your word, your opinion.
724 checking in at 10-4.
Kind of gave me someone to talk to till he walked away.
For now, just ignore him.
All right.
And leave, go somewhere else or whatever, and I'll talk to the chief and we'll watch the video and we'll make a plan.
Okay.
Because, I mean, he can't be allowed to just do whatever he wants to.
Okay. I mean, you guys are going to see on the video, I mean, it was continuous just cursing and yelling and, I mean, F this and F that, you bitch this, and I just didn't know where to say, hey, that's enough.
4830.
That's disorderly conduct.
And that's a hard, it's a hard line to draw, too.
Of course. Of
because
course.
Then you go into, well, who's listening? Is it just you and him? If it's just you and him, nobody else is hearing it, then it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because you can't be the victim in that charge, so.
Right, and that you'll see on the video, I told him, I said, look, I said, if there's juveniles around that can hear you cursing and yelling, I said, then I'm going to take you to jail for disorderly conduct. I said, because you cannot do that around little ones. I said, that's number one. You know, and I wasn't even counting the people here at ABC Pawn who were closing up shop, listening to the whole thing, you know. So I tread real careful, you know, I'm not about that, you know, gotta arrest some life. And I mean, he was saying, I hope you want to arrest me, don't you? You want to arrest me, don't you? I'm like, no. I said, I really don't.
Blackmail or whatever.
But
he's just trying to aggravate you. What I would have done is roll my windows up and not pay him any bit of attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or left. Because that's how you get them.
Yeah.
They want you to engage with them. If you don't engage with them, then they're not getting what they want, and they'll move on and do something else. But it sucks having to listen to them to the point that they get bored and go off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tough. It's not something that really, like, it doesn't anger me or upset me in any sort of way. It's just, it's like, you know, I have respect for people. I'm not, you know, out here just naturally treating people like shit. You know, so to be treated like shit naturally, it just kind of sucks.
Yep.
Okay, well, I really appreciate your time, LT.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
See you, man.
Bye.
Radio units at Jefferson Rec. The caller's advising that she's walking toward your vehicle, so she sees some.
10-4. With you.
Hey.
He's still out there?
No, he walked away. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I knew you were busy, and I said fuck it, because I want to know their standpoint on it, and I called LT. So
what did he say?
he was like, you're good. He's like, just he goes, you know, he said next time, he said it's just better off just roll your windows up and drive away. I said, and that was I said, that's the first thing. I said, that's the first thing that came to my mind was to just leave. I said, but at the same time, I should not have to vacate where I am sitting because I have someone. And he also told me, he said, look, he said, he can't run around and just do whatever he wants to do. Like, he can't just run around and curse.
Morning. No worries. How you doing?
Knowing it was you, I'd have stopped my holiday.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm all right.
So, have you had a chance to look at the body cam?
I have. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't
We're
look
doing
good.
an investigation.
So, can you tell me if he went in there and said the same thing to them? Did he go in there?
The video looks horrible.
Okay.
And we're doing an investigation. Go ahead and actually fill out the
I got the forms. I'm going to fill those
Get
out.
them back to me. But like I said, I'm not waiting until I get the forms to start the investigation. That's already started.
Yes, sir. Here's my issue, and I want you and everybody else that sees this to know. I'm not anti-police. I'm not anti-cop. Bad policing landed me in jail for 2.5 years facing a life sentence for a crime I didn't commit. And bad policing also hid evidence of that crime until the trial. That's what got me acquitted after 15 minutes of jury deliberations. I'm not anti-police. I'm anti-bad policing. And I'm anti-guys that can't control their emotions. If you can't control your emotions, you shouldn't be out here. And they just went through training last year over the Emerson incident. And obviously it didn't stick for at least him. You know what I mean? A couple other officers, great job ignoring me. Perfect job ignoring me. That's what they're supposed to do. But, you know, we definitely have an issue with this one. So
we're going to do the investigation, see if policy violations, whatever, occurred, and then we'll go from there.
But you know, if he said that inside the ABC pawn shop, said that to them, that's a whole different bag of issues.
Yes,
that's defamation and slander. So
I understand.
Yeah, I appreciate you getting on it, and I'll go ahead and get those put out. I might turn it back in this afternoon just so you have everything at your disposal, and you know, we'll talk about it when we talk about it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Commenting on the video, Mr. Shane said he was pleased with the way the Commerce Police Department handled the incident. He also filed a formal complaint and recently had a conversation with a Commerce Police Department official about the incident. You can access this video from the link in the description. Take care and stay safe. On a routine patrol on September 20th, 2019, York police officer Jonathan Rogers spotted a driver flashing their high beams, seemingly to warn oncoming traffic. Unbeknownst to the driver, one of those approaching vehicles was Officer Rogers himself. The unexpected encounter prompted a U-turn and a traffic stop. The pulled-over vehicle was driven by Dr. Stephen Brennan, a 63-year-old pediatrician. Dr. Stephen Brennan quickly came to a stop and exited his car, eager to explain his actions. The entire interaction, from the initial flashing lights to Dr. Brennan's explanation, was captured on Officer Rogers' dash cam.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Stop! 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 23 York Summary Unit.
Flashing headlights can have a variety of meanings, but in this context, they probably warn drivers of a potential speed trap, a specially chosen location to catch speeders where traffic routinely exceeds the limit. The legality of speed traps is an interesting case. While they may seem deceptive, they surprisingly have a legal basis. However, the legality surrounding Dr. Brennan's action becomes the crux of the situation. Courts have generally interpreted selectoring as a form of free speech protected by the First Amendment, making it a separate legal issue from speed traps. This legal uncertainty casts serious doubt on the legitimacy of the stop. Officer Rogers' actions appear questionable, and he may have abused his authority in retaliation for Dr. Brennan's warning. When it comes to both the legality of speed traps and the free speech implications of flashing lights, the situation worsens and raises further questions about police behavior and drivers' rights.
Route 1, 801 Route 1. Stop moving! Stop! Stop! Turn around! Turn around! I'm gonna set my jogging in a bit. Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Get on the ground! Get on the f***ing ground! Get on the ground! You're gonna get bit! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get him! Get on the ground! Stop resisting! Get him! Get on the... Oh, you... Put your hand behind your back! Put your hand behind your back! Put your hand behind your back! 801 Route 1, start me a unit. Let the dog, leave the dog alone, leave him. Good boy, out. Good boy. Down. Don't move. Don't move. Down. My light's messed up. 23 to York. My light's messed up. 1046 with one male. Oh, you start me rescue for a dog bite. Copy a plate.
You good?
Main PC 6473VN. Beating Main PC 6473 Victor Nor. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Load up. Good boy. Good boy. You got the bat. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. To stop him for his flashing his high beams at me. And he pulled over and jumped down, came charging at me, refusing all commands.
Sorry, I just was asking what you're doing. And he attacked me.
They got the plate and everything? Yeah. Rescue's coming for you for the dog bite, okay?
Who is it?
Oh, yeah.
Are you Steven?
I'm Dr. Stephen Brennan. I shouldn't be on the ground like this.
You should have followed commands and not jumped out of your car charging at me.
I'm just trying to find out what you're doing.
Don't you think that when I make a traffic stop and walk up, I'm gonna let you know?
Maybe.
Whatever. I'm not gonna argue with you on the side of the road.
Despite pulling over, Mr. Brennan made a series of confusing choices by exiting his car and approaching the officer, then taking a long time to comply with commands to stop and raise his hands. While his attorney suggests he simply wanted to explain himself and struggled to hear due to the barking K9, his actions ultimately led to him being bitten. This highlights the importance of calm cooperation during traffic stops, keeping your hands visible and staying in your vehicle unless instructed otherwise. The situation escalated dramatically as Officer Rogers released the K9 on Mr. Brennan even after he complied and went down on the ground. This excessive use of force continued with Officer Rogers ordering the dog to keep biting and even striking Mr. Brennan despite him being subdued. With Mr. Brennan's leg mauled and the situation seemingly under control only with excessive force, other officers arrived at the scene.
Charging at me from there. Got out of his car, came charging at me. I had him at gunpoint, refusing all my commands. Tried to order him back in the car, wouldn't listen. And I'm like, turn around, get on the ground. And he fucking wouldn't. Pop the door. I told him he's gonna get bit. Pop the door. He's reaching around on his waist and everything. Pop the door. He starts to go down. Dog knocks him down. We start fighting. Dog's on his leg. He won't give me his hands. I smack him in the head. And then he finally gives up. He's pretty bloody. Dr. Stephen Brennan.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if he's drunk or what.
What do you run at?
I have no idea. We have rescue coming to check you out, okay? Are you drunk?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
I'm a physician.
Well, I've never seen anybody do something that dumb.
Well, you know what? I was just I was manipulating my lights, and I made a mistake.
Yeah, I know, and I would have talked to you about it and let you on your way. I have no idea who you are. You come charging out of your car at me?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry it's this way too, man. I really am. contact. Is that an insulin pump that I saw in your pocket?
It is.
Is it acting normal right now, or are you feeling normal?
I am.
Okay. All right.
I'm no threat to you. Can you get these things off?
I can't. You're under arrest right now.
Oh, brother.
You're probably going to be transported to the hospital. Are you by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going home?
Yeah, I was.
Where are you coming from?
I went down to Boston and I saw a band that I like.
Okay.
I was playing down there.
Okay. Do you like hurt?
It's actually not that bad.
I don't want to get dirt.
Yeah, okay.
Did you get a chance to run him back?
Never had anybody hit me that hard. Jesus. Black eye, I think. It's not going to do too well in the office tomorrow.
No.
Mistake.
Yes, sir. Was I transmitting? Or was my thing on?
Oh, you mean that whole time? That was.
Yeah. Did you?
I heard clicks and stuff. Siobhan asked if you were okay, but it was just clicks.
My earpiece fell out. Is this your phone? What's that in
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
This is your phone here?
I think it is.
Do you know what this is? This longer thing?
Go ahead and take it up.
Do you have insulin needles on you?
No, I don't have needles.
Okay, it's just
have
the pump.
Yeah.
The situation went from bad to worse. Officer Rogers unleashed excessive force by allowing the K9 to maul Mr. Brennan's leg for a disturbing almost 2 minutes, even after he complied with instructions. This raises a crucial question. When can K9S be legally used? While police dogs are trained extensively, their deployment is considered use of force. According to the Supreme Court, all force used by law enforcement must be objectively reasonable under the circumstances. Mr. Brennan's case appears to be a clear example of illegal police brutality. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable search and seizure, and excessive force violates this right. Using a K-9 to subdue a compliant suspect is excessive force and illegal.
Police pump there.
Yeah.
Did it break? Is it okay?
I don't think so.
Can I push it down into your pocket a little bit more?
Yep, sure.
Is it in your belly? Is that where it goes to?
Yes.
Okay. Is it still connected?
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead and pull the shirt up. Should be.
Is this normal over here?
Yep.
Okay. Everything looks normal of it to you?
Yep, it does.
We had a fight.
Yeah?
Me, him, and Gunter. His leg's pretty bloody, chewed up. He does have an insulin pump in, and he, I think, hit his head on the pavement when we were rolling around, and I gave him an open hand slap to the face. I think he's probably 53.
Steve? Pretty banged up. Gotta go get checked out. Alright? What hurts the most?
This.
Well, other than your handcuff ropes, what hurts the most?
Yeah.
Nothing else is bothering you at all? Neck hurt at all? Back's good. You want blood thinners at all? No. We're gonna pick you up, all right?
He does have an insulin pump into his belly, which he says looks normal when we just checked it out.
Try standing up first.
I don't know if these have tightened up on his wrist because I haven't been able to double lock them.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys want to move to the front. I don't think that he's going to fight with you.
To the front would probably be preferred just because it's easier for us to do stuff.
All right, so I'm going to move these to your front, all right?
Any issues if these come to the front? No? Okay. But we have to ask because, you know.
I'm a pediatrician in this town. Done that way for 30 years.
Adjust this one on your right arm.
Yeah, we'll grab that. I'll grab that before you're done.
Yeah.
You want to go back to the station, get some stuff done, and then have somebody else go over to the car with them?
Sure, doesn't matter.
It might be easier because then you can do some of your stuff that you need to do over there.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to get pictures of it and charge him with refusing to submit.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to do, but like, just summons and release, or I don't think that he's going to be
If he's not going to be treated forever, we can bring him in and bail him out.
Yeah. I don't know if he's he's coming back from Boston from seeing a band. I don't know if he's drunk or not.
Yeah, I guess we can check on that while we're over at the hospital.
Yep.
Alright, so maybe you're going to go to the hospital initially and then...
Yeah.
What do you need over there? You want us to bring a kid over just in case, or...?
Yeah, maybe.
Alright.
I'll stay here for the record.
Okay. You want to bring a blood kit over to the hospital in case he needs it, and you need summonses and stuff, or you get all that?
I got summonses. I'll need a camera for the pictures. He's pretty fucking chewed up.
You bring a camera over there too?
I got one in my car.
Alright, cool.
It's pretty surprising. He came, I mean, this is how close I was able to get, because he stopped immediately and came running out of the friggin' car.
Because you, like, turned on him.
Yeah, I turned on him because
and, like...
he turned his high beams on, he turned them off, and then he turned them back on and started flashing them at me. So I was like, okay, so I stopped and turned. I'm rolling up, he pulls over, so I start to hit the blues because he was already stopped. I thought he was like, oh, I fucked up. I turned on my high beams, and then before I could get to here, he was out of his car, coming at me, yelling at me, all friggin' up in arms.
A brain issue or something.
I don't know, like I drew down on him.
We gotta check his car and see if he's doing something he shouldn't be doing.
He's on insulin. I was like, are you drunk? And I saw the insulin pump, and I asked him about it, and he says it's working like normal.
Huh. Do you think he would consent to us looking through the car if we spoke in the ambulance? I mean, not for refusal, but...
Yeah. No, he was friggin' furious.
Yeah.
But now he's like, oh, that was stupid, I fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, is that some sort of normal behavior for him? To fly off the vehicle?
If that's normal behavior, then he's probably not, wouldn't be in society.
He's not going to be looking too good seeing patients, man. He's got a huge welt on his eye. I think he hit his face on the pavement when I rolled him. I mean, I cuffed him. I really didn't. I gave him a softening blow to the face with my hand.
Yeah.
And it was really just my fingers here. It wasn't the whole thing.
I'm just curious why the reaction, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't want to illegally search the car, but I want to know if he's on something or...
I mean, I think we can articulate suspicion of 1053.
I don't know. I don't think he's on drugs. I mean,
Maybe he is. I don't know.
Maybe. I think maybe he was...
What do we know about the guy? Nothing, really.
He's a pediatrician in town. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how he introduced himself to me on the ground.
Yeah.
Afterwards is Dr. Stephen Brennan.
Right. No, I recognize his name when you said it. I don't know what office he works out of or anything, but...
I don't know, but I mean, he looks like I beat the fucking shit out of him. I really didn't.
Yeah, fine.
I just released a dog. He's going around at his waistband and shit. I got my gun out. Like, I'm like,
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
Apologetic. What do you,
yeah, I don't know who he is.
I'll set us to look through it. We have a good.
The ordeal didn't end with the K9 mauling. Despite the illegal search and Mr. Brennan's injuries, he was arrested, though the charge was dropped, and suffered significant medical consequences, including punctured wounds, a chest wall injury, and eye trauma. This resulted in a lawsuit that exposed the excessive force used by the police. Although the town settled for $325,000 and did not admit guilt, this underscores the price they paid for the officers' actions.